Hello all, 4-Player Squad Gaming here, and this is our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guard series. This level 50 quest is part of the main story quest line and is part of the quest The Rising Chorus. I welcome you to the Keeper of the Lake. It is worth mentioning that at the time of recording this video, 100 Tomestones of Poetics are awarded upon completion. So without further ado, let's get into the guard. The first area is full of ads that should be no issue at all to clear. After this first set is down, you can progress, and keep making your way forward until you reach the Hull Nicks. You will need to be mindful of a few frontal cone AoEs and point blank AoEs, and the Hull Nicks will have a large AoE circle that can debuff the party. This needs to be avoided. Once you have cleared this area, simply head up the ramp towards the first boss fight. Einhander is the first boss, and this birdie packs a lot of firepower. Start this fight as normal with the tank gaining enmity and facing it away from the party. This fight consists of dealing damage to the boss whilst avoiding AoE damage from the bomb canisters that it drops. These canisters can be attacked to move them around the fight area. Our aim here is to keep Einhander central and push all the canisters to the outer edges of the room. The canisters will eventually explode, dealing significant AoE damage. Einhander's abilities can also trigger the canisters, so keeping the boss central lowers the chance of this happening. When Einhander disappears briefly, he will change weapon and have new abilities depending on the weapon. A large cone attack for the rod, and a large column AoE for the minigun. The rod will also pull all of the party members and canisters towards the boss, so make sure to clear the canisters quickly to avoid huge AoE damage. The large canister will cause large area wide damage, so make sure to stand clear of this. As long as you stay clear of the AoE circles, this fight shouldn't blow you away. Pick up your loot and proceed. This next area requires us to deactivate the Magitek terminals to deactivate the Garlean barriers. Clear the first set of ads to get the identification key. Once on the higher platform, we need to destroy the Magitek field inductor to free the Colossus. Be mindful of ranged frontal strikes from the Colossus. These are not indicated and can cause significant damage. Once free, you need to clear the area. The Colossus will now use a frontal cleave and a large frontal pillar AoE. Both cause large damage, so make sure you position yourself correctly to avoid these. Rinse and repeat for the second trap Colossus and pick up the identification key. Unlock the gate and head on through towards boss fight number 2. The Magitek Gunship is the second boss. Start this fight as normal with the tank gaining enmity and facing it away from the party. The boss will periodically spawn ads. These should be focused down and killed as soon as possible. The main mechanic of this fight is the boss targeting a random party member and then flying towards the targeted player, leaving fiery AoE circles below. Our aim here is to position yourself towards an outer edge of the room if targeted. This will reduce the area covered by the AoE pools, giving the party more room to fight. The gunship will also use flamethrower. The elemental frontal cleave needs to be avoided. The tank needs to aim it away from the party, then get out of the way, as it lasts for a while and deals high damage. Keep clearing the ads as they appear and position yourself well when targeted, and in between mechanics keep up the damage. This is a relatively easy fight as long as you don't completely cover the area with AoE pools. Once the gunship is downed, pick up your loot and proceed. Make your way up the Keeper's Spine. This area is littered with dragonflies and bias. Clear each group, and after a short while you will be allowed to proceed further up the spine. Be mindful of the large AoE circles from the Magitek Gunship. They are indicated as a surprise assault. They certainly are a surprise assault, as we just killed it. Nevertheless, keep clearing your way up the spine and you will reach the final boss fight. Enjoy the short cutscene. Midgardsormr is our final boss. Start this fight by damaging the main boss. It does not need to be tanked, so just pile on as much damage as you can. You will have noticed 2 dead dragons in the fight area. We need to avoid the AoE columns from Midgardsormr, and shortly after he will become untargetable. He will also revive the orange dragon. This will need to be tanked as far away from the boss as possible. Standing too close will buff the dragon. There will be lots of AoE circles, columns and tainted ground AoEs to avoid whilst this fight is going on. so make sure to keep mobile and be mindful of an elemental cleave that will deal significant damage to non-tank party members. At around 50% health, an Astrea will spawn, carrying a Magitek field generator. The party should instantly switch focus and kill it as fast as possible. When Midgardsormr taints the whole fight area, the field generator should be activated and the fight should continue within the bubble. Failure to activate the shield or activate it too early will cause anyone caught outside of it to be killed. This can easily wipe the fight, so make sure to activate it and at the correct time. Kill the Mirage Dragon and this will deal huge damage to Midgardsormr. Keep dealing damage until the second Mirage Dragon is respawned. This Mirage Dragon needs to be tanked as close as possible to the boss to cancel its buff. You will need to avoid the AoE from Midgardsormr and avoid Sheet of Ice from the Mirage Dragon. This Tainted Ground AoE will increase in size in 3 stages. Either run as far as possible to avoid the damage or run towards the dragon to get hit by only one of the circles. Being hit by all 3 will cause huge damage. When the Astrea spawns, kill it the same as last time and generate the shield. Once this Mirage Dragon is down, Midgardsormr will have very little health. Simply pile on the damage and finish the fight. And there you have it, Keeper of the Lake is complete. Remember to commemorate the player you believe deserves it most and pick up your loot. We give this dungeon a difficulty rating of 3 out of 5 swords. The bosses hit hard and require some mechanic knowledge to survive. Our special loot is the Midgardsormr minion, available after killing the final boss. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Click the sword in the bottom corner if you haven't already. We are 4Player Squad Gaming. Thanks for watching.